Hey there guys, welcome back to my Minecraft survival let's play world. So in the last video, what I did was it'll load in just a second, yep, here it is. I kind of started planning out my whole ocean monument project thing. And yeah, and I've made some pretty decent progress. So in kind of at the end of the last video, I kind of had this quarter of the circle all built, and then right here, I was kind of just like, it was a little bit messed up, so I had to, after finishing the video, I had to go back, destroy it, and then rebuild this quarter, and I was able to do it. And then, yeah, I came up with this very tedious strategy, with, displaying the information that I needed, so that I could actually build the circle. So, yeah, I was able to do it. I kind of just, what I did was I just opened up a Google document and kind of having the circle visualizer for the generator. I mean, it kind of worked, but it was a little bit hard to kind of keep track of exactly which part of the circle that I have built and haven't built, especially kind of in the middle here where there's all these small little angles. So what I kind of did was, for example, on the document, I would just put the number 10, which is the length of this strip right here, and then 8, and then 6, and then 4, 4, 4, and then kind of just goes all the way down there, just like that. And so I would build the 10 blocks, and then I would kind of tick that off so that I know, and then I would do the 8 blocks, and then the 6 blocks, and then the 4, and just tick them off one by one as I go. I do not do multiple of these little sections at a time, because that is how I mess things up. So the only way to do it is doing each of these little strips, including the single ones, one by one, and you know, obviously it's going to take a while, and so I did that all the way around here, and sometimes it didn't even work. It was kind of odd. Sometimes it didn't even work, but I was able to get it to work, and hopefully I did it all correctly. It appears that I have. So, yeah, so I was thinking about how I wanted to go about this project, and so I realized that, with the dome, since there's going to be a dome on top here, I was originally planning for, you know, the walls to be glass, although when I think about that, it might not look that great. It might not look, yeah, it might not look very good. What might look good is if I kind of did it partially made out of glass, and then there's kind of like a big ring around here, kind of looks like it's attaching the actual glass dome to the base, which is this. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do to kind of make it look good, because I definitely cannot have it just be solid glass. I have to have some solid structure blocks to kind of actually make it look good, because it'll kind of look like, it kind of goes up a little bit, kind of goes up to the surface in a straight line, and then it kind of makes a dome, and that just won't look good. So I need to make some kind of it needs to make structural sense. Obviously a giant glass dome probably wouldn't be able to support itself in real life, but you know what I mean, So, yeah, so this is the circle. I was originally planning on kind of just making the entire walls stone, but I just realized I'm able to make it partially out of glass, so I will be probably using a bunch of stone, but I think I might have came a little bit over prepared. So yeah, I'm gonna just try to I'm thinking of making some kind of walkway along where kind of the dome starts, and then in the middle of the walkway there could be one. It could be identical on each side, except the glass is on this block, and it's kind of separating the inside from the outside. So, you know, I don't really know how to do this. I'm thinking I'm thinking I could maybe just put the glass on top of this block right here. It could just stay andesite. But yeah, I'm going to need a lot of blocks. I would like to use prismarine in this build because, well, it's kind of like an easy block to get because of my farm. So I might, but I also do want to get some dark prismarine. But I don't think that using dark prismarine on this build is a very good idea because of how large the scale is and how difficult the dye is to get. I might even consider, it might be a good thing if I just made a squid farm, but that would have to be some other day if I wanted to. So I'm gonna go back to my base now that I'm done explaining everything, and I'm gonna see what kinds of blocks that I could potentially use here. Holy cow, wait, where did I get all this obsidian from? Wait, okay, I need to go to the end really quick. I know I defeated the Ender Dragon a lot. I know I defeated it a ton. To the point where I cannot make any more end gateways. But I didn't know that I started destroying a pillar. I don't remember that. I must have destroyed a pillar, or at least part of a pillar. Because I wanted to do something in the end, but I didn't know that I'd started actually doing stuff. Alright, so let's see, what exactly did I do? Any floating pieces of obsidian. Or any... Wait, is this what I did? This pillar looks awfully small. Wait, which pillar did I destroy? That pillar is also very, very small. Oh! Well, I mean, well, actually, I say, oh, like I know exactly what happened, but, that's very far from the truth. I think what happened was I started destroying a pillar, although I don't remember destroying a pillar, but if I were to guess, that's what happened. And so I started destroying a pillar, and then I respawned the dragon, and then the pillars regenerated. But, I mean, look at all this obsidian. When did I mine all this? Times my... Why... Obsidian should not be this high on the list. Why have I mined almost 5,000 pieces of obsidian? Oh, look, I'm not complaining, but it's just why? Why did I do that? Okay. So, you know, I have a full shulker box of obsidian, which I forgot to mention. I think I want to replace the andesite that actually made up the circle with obsidian, just because I feel like obsidian it's kind of like a stronger block, so it kind of might look like it's keeping the glass a little bit more connected. I don't know. Okay, and so I will also get some tuff as another potential block I will use potentially. I'm just gonna get these couple shulker boxes and just put a bunch of blocks in them for me to experiment with. I will also get polished diorite. Actually, I already have a ton of diorite on me, so... And then stone bricks. You know, I'll put a few stone bricks into here. Not a ton, since I already have many shulker boxes of stone with me. I will try out deep slate stuff. Deep slate, I'm interested to see how that will work out. Actually, it might be better to actually take the cobbled deep slate. So, yeah, that seems good. I'll put the tuff into here. And then, so I don't have to bring this shulker box. And so, yeah, you know, it's a pretty decent amount of blocks. I don't know if I want to use a granite or not. It actually, it might not be a bad idea. I feel like the combination of... I feel like the combination of granite and prismarine might actually work very well. So what I'll do, I'll bring another shulker box. I'll put in a ton of prismarine. Alright, so I'll do 9 stacks of that. 9 stacks of this. And 9 stacks of granite. Okay. And so yeah, I'll make this all polished because granite doesn't really it doesn't really look that great. Okay. So yeah, I really like kind of the brownish red with the tealish blue. The kind of the prismarine blue. So yeah, I think what I want to start with is turning the andesite into obsidian, just because it'll probably be easier to build it that way, and then I can kind of build off out of that. And so I really hope that I don't regret replacing the andesite with obsidian, because it's gonna be bad if I need to break that. It's gonna be really bad. So hopefully this all turns out well. Alright, so I just finished up replacing all of the andesite around with obsidian, which fortunately, it didn't take that much time. Yeah, I needed to replace a lot of the diorite that... what I should have done is... Well, how I built the obsidian, or sorry, the andesite, I put the diorite kind of in here. Well, alright, let me quickly demonstrate. So... I put the diorite in here so that I could continue placing the blocks around here. What I should have done is I should have kept the diorite there, so that I could do it with the obsidian a little bit easier, but when I actually made the andesite, I destroyed it. So, yeah, I had to replace the diorite and then destroy it again, but it's alright, it didn't really take that long. And so, yeah. Now that the obsidian is here, I guess it's time for me to start kind of designing the kind of outer ring. I think I want to make the entrance of the dome be on this side, just because that's kind of that's the direction that the pyramid or the monument is facing. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the entrance is gonna work. I don't know if I want to have a tunnel be down there or up here. I don't really know. But I'm just gonna kind of design some kind of railing that goes all the way around, and then I can just kind of repeat it. So I'm just gonna lay out all of my shulker boxes here, so just to see what I have to work with. I think I want to start with these blocks here. So I feel like kind of having prismarine going all the way around might work out. I'll get rid of kind of this section right here of diorite, just so I can kind of, because there's not going to be the pathway in the future. So, wait a second, if I... Okay, there we go. So, I'm gonna kind of place down a little pathway here. So this will be a pathway going all the way around. I do want to be aware of how there's going to be a dome, so I want to give myself some space. Alright. And so if I do that, maybe... Oh dang, I should have brought wood. You know what I should really do? I'm gonna make a nether portal here. I'm gonna make another portal. I think I'll just put it right here for now. Just because it's a very temporary spot. So there we go. And please tell me I have a flint and steel in here. Yes, I do. Okay. Smart Ethan keeping this in here. Alright. And so yeah, now that I have another portal here, I really hope that I can kind of figure out my location just by looking at the area in here. Alright, so... Oh, yep, there is... Oh, you know, this isn't too bad. I just need to go up in this direction. Yeah, this is where I need to go. Okay, for a second I thought I was wrong. Yeah, so that... Now I can get back and forth very quickly. I actually... it's a lot easier finding the nether hub than the actual just a normal portal. So, hopefully I can find my way back pretty easily. So, if I want to use wood, what wood do I want to use? I feel like acacia might work well, because it's kind of like an orange wood. But I will also... I'll get another shulker box. I'm going to be overwhelming myself with all these shulker boxes. But I'm just going to put all the wood that I might use in here. I don't think I'll use spruce wood. I might use oak wood. I'll get this. I'll also kind of take the fences with me. And any other wood. I might potentially use some dark oak. And I also might use birch wood. So oh, actually I have a ton of these fences. I'll take those. And so yeah, that's a bunch of wood. And so yeah, let's see if I'm able to find my way back. It's kind of near the warped plank bridge over the lava lake. So I go past Guardian Farm. Somewhere in here. Oh my goodness, it's all the way up here. I spent a solid minute looking for that thing. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just I'll harvest up some of these warped wart blocks, and I will just kind of make a little pillar. So I'll build this up and make it nice and tall. Then I'll put the shroom light on top. Right, there we go. This should be fairly obvious. No, it's not that obvious, but it's better than nothing. All right. So let's see. So now time to continue on this. I have a brand new shulker box to add to the collection. So I'm gonna take out a crafting table right here. And so if I want to... Maybe if I wanted to get polished andesite or polished granite stairs, then maybe I made some acacia fences. Let's kind of make a little demo right here. I do not want to... I do not want that. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to place a block behind here. And then place that down. And then maybe... Oh, okay. So what if I placed it like this? Okay, yeah, it connects up like that. And then... What if I... kind of... did... that kinda... That looks like an interesting looking railing. My only issue with that is that it has to kind of be in line with the whole entire monument. So I'm gonna need to make kind of... I'm gonna need to do this. So if I wanna... I'll place down the... Yeah, it'll have to be 2 blocks wide here. So if I want to make some more stairs... So it'll kind of go like this. So it'll kind of go like this. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. I need to expand out the actual pathway, but it works for now. So I'm gonna expand this out a little bit farther, just so I can kind of see exactly what I'm, well, trying to do. So I'll expand it out until right about... Okay, I'm gonna need this block. Alright, I'm gonna need some more prismarine. I'm gonna expand it out until about right there. So I'll get a bunch of prismarine, a bunch of all these blocks. And I also need to figure out how exactly the pathway is going to expand out. So I will start with kind of having it go out 1 block every single time, so like kind of 3 blocks out. Except I don't know how that's gonna work over there. I'm gonna need to kind of build the pathway all along just to see. And so yeah, also I would like to say that it is going to be replicated. This whole design is going to be replicated on the other side, even though this side it's going to be underwater. I like to think about this as I said in the last video, this is kind of like an Atlantis situation where the glass dome is going to be protecting them from the water that they have been submerged in. And then this obsidian kind of represents where the dome comes from, where it kind of extended out the shield. So the parts outside have been sacrificed, but these parts inside have not yet these are in the city, and the other side, the other pathway outside, is outside of the city. So yeah, and that's kind of what this is. Well, there's obviously, I don't know if there's going to be a city in here or not. There probably isn't. That's not what my original plan was. I want to make a mushroom biome, but I don't know, maybe there will be a city. I don't know, it depends on what I feel like doing. And so yeah, so if I want to, maybe I should make it so that, I don't know if this is going to get a little bit too complicated over in these areas, but what if I kind of put out 3 blocks and then put 1 block right here? I think that might be a good idea. So if I extended out this prismarine bricks pattern all the way to the end. Let's see. So I'm gonna need to make a lot of polished granite stairs and also a lot of fences. So 1, 2, 3. I might need to make specific patterns. So let's see. So what if it kind of went out 2 blocks and then alright, and so I don't know, how does that work? Do I need to... The gaps between kind of these granite railings might be a little bit larger than I want to. For example, right here. Okay, well, you know what? If it's like this is all right. I need to quickly take a look at the other blocks I have. Maybe there's something else that I could use. Well, I might want to consider using tough kind of in the corners here as sort of like a lamp post, so this can kind of turn into a lamp post later. And so every single time it kind of, or well, not every single time, but all right, yeah, this is a little bit tricky. I might even, I also could maybe, all right, I'm gonna need to take a second to figure this out, figure out a design. Alright, so I have kind of come up with a design that I kind of did all the way around this corner right here. So I kind of, I stopped using the tough because I don't know, kind of seemed a little bit too industrial when I kind of, in contrast with the prismarine, I felt like the gray might have worked, but I don't know. It wasn't really clicking. So I wanted to keep it right with orange, so I kind of just did acacia and granite all the way around, and so for each kind of gap, they kind of has their own specific pattern. So for 3 blocks, it's kind of just a fence in the middle and the 2 stairs on the side. For 2, it's this, and then for 1, it's just a normal polished granite block. And then so I kind of did this all the way around over to here. And so, yeah, it worked out pretty well. I did realize, though, I still need to kind of figure everything out. I need to test out whether the actual pathway will work if I build it on the outside. I'm pretty sure it will, but I just need to test it out. So I'm gonna go to sleep, or I can't yet. I was thinking also, I think it might be better if I made it so that the outside is kind of more stone and deep slate, just because it's kind of, since it's a separation, the outside should, well, I mean, the wood probably wouldn't do too good if it was underwater all the time. So if I just kind of did the same thing, except it's kind of with these gray, stronger blocks, that can probably deal with water a little bit better, because I mean the dome is a safety measure after all, so it'll kind of just go around like this. So I think I can kind of do the same thing that I did on the inside, just on the outside. So kind of 4 blocks just like that, and then yeah, kind of works. So yeah, some parts in the very middle kind of get a little bit trickier, since it's only 1 block, so it gets a little bit confusing. So you have to kind of go from this side and then go from that side and then kind of meet in the middle so that things don't get too confusing. And then so after that, there will then be the deep slate stone bricks, or well, the deep slate bricks, not deep slate stone bricks. And so yeah, it's kind of what I'm going for. And so yeah, I know I should probably drain this entire thing out before I start building a ton, but I feel like I need to do this so that I can kind of connect it up with the actual wall that I'm going to make below here. I'm thinking, I want to make this easy for myself. So I want to build the wall while there's still water here, because it's probably not going to be so easy, because it's basically, it's like I can fly when there's water right here, and when I drain it, it's going to be much harder to actually build the wall. So I'm thinking it might be smarter to build the wall going all the way around before I drain out this whole thing. So yeah, I think honestly, digging out blocks while underwater, I have aqua affinity, so it's not too bad. So I think what I'll do is I will just get stone, and then I will just place it as the wall going all the way around, and then I can kind of build off of the stone. And then that'll hopefully kind of be, well, the wall. Hopefully that'll be the wall, and then I can start draining out this thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think building the wall, going all the way down, is going to take a pretty decent amount of time. Like a very, very, very long time. So, yeah, so there are two things I need to do. I need to build the wall going down. I think, I might do the wall first, going all the way around, and then I'll kind of make this little pattern right here. And then after that, I can start actually designing the wall. And so, yeah, this is supposed to be kind of like, this is supposed to be a balcony, basically. So, yeah, I can start designing the wall, and then all this other stuff. And then after the wall is done, that is when I can actually drain it, because it's impossible to drain the ocean monument without a wall. And you know, I feel like I might be underestimating how much work this is gonna take, because, well, I mean, people find it impressive to drain an ocean monument just normally, but this is far larger than what a lot of people do. This is like a solid 125 blocks out from the monument on each side. So, yeah, this is probably, I probably kind of screwed myself over, but I'm sure it's fine. And, oh, wait, I forgot one thing. I forgot one pretty crucial thing, actually. I need something for the outside here. Now, the only problem with that is that there aren't really that many fences in the game that aren't wood. Actually, there's only one, but there are iron bars. So I think I can probably do the exact same thing that I did here, except replace the fences with iron bars. And then I don't know what to do for the granite. I think I might replace the granite with polished diorite. Kind of works the exact same way. So if I want to, I should probably go and get the iron, actually, so I'll go do that. Alright, you know, that's not, I just spent all the iron that I have. Well, I do have iron ore, but all the iron ingots that I have, and only like stack 3 stacks. It's probably actually, that might actually cut it. That might cut it, because I don't need a ton of fences, actually. I just realized I might have just wasted some resources, but I'm sure it's alright. And now I have to spend the time finding this thing, which I just did. Okay. Alright, so the submerged side, I had to do a little bit of different things since, well, this is the outside. I kind of forgot how, since it's the outside, it's a bigger distance, therefore, the actual lengths of these things are gonna be longer. So I kind of had to remake some things, but it's pretty easy. So yeah, I think it's kind of easy to just figure out what I'm gonna do along here. Just yeah, I just need to copy what I've already done, and so yeah, it's pretty easy. The only problem with all this is that it's gonna take a lot of time. It's easy, but the hard part is done. The circle is done. It's what I have to do now is pretty easy. It just takes a ton of time. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish and edit this video, upload it, and then yeah, I'll probably be very, very busy with this for the next long time. And so yeah, probably once I finish the wall, I'll kind of start the next video and do a time lapse of building this. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.